Right, so I thought I'd do something that I've been meaning to do for a while. I'm going to do my review on this bike. Other people have different opinion, but this is just my view on it. I did do a review on my old CRF 250X when I had it. I've had this bike, it'll be 2 years in June that I would have owned it. It's a 2019 250 EXC TPI. Fantastic bike. These injected bikes are extremely torquey. The old carbureted ones were pretty torquey too, but the what I've noticed is when you think this bike is going to stop, it won't. It'll just keep on going when you're going up a hill and it starts to bog down. With it being fuel injected, it just seems to keep running that bit longer before it cuts out. The handling out of the box, fantastic. I weigh about 70 to 72 and it's pretty much perfect for me, but I do ride with other guys and they're a bit heavier than me and they've had to change the springs and the settings, but for a bike out of the box, perfect, nothing wrong with it. I was worried about the height. I did lower my CRF 250X a little bit, but I think I've just become a better rider, so I haven't had to worry about it too much. Yeah, so I haven't done anything to lower it. It's just as it is. I did buy some bar risers to bring the shocks through the clamp a bit, but I never ended up doing it. So like I said, it's done 107 hours now. It's just come back from a rebuild I think about 2 hours ago. So it's had just the piston done, and I've also had the swing arm bearings or bushers. The suspension's had a complete service. The wheel bearings, front and rear, have been done. I would recommend doing the spacers if you do the wheel bearings. I think it helps them last longer. A few other guys have mentioned that, and that's what I've done. So I'll say the coolant has been changed. Had the pipe pushed back into place. It was been bent, a few dings in it. It was up against the frame here. It was actually touching this radiator. There's a gap there now. Had the muffler all cleaned out, blown out, because seemed to get a little bit of a build up. I think it's just my style of riding. Had the muffler repacked. New handle grips. The headset bearings were checked and greased. I've got, from factory, I had the fan kit put on, and in 107 hours I never had to touch the radiator, never had to put any water in it, never lost any, never boiled it, and we do some pretty grovelly riding, so yeah, I've never had it boiled, it's a great thing. I have had to replace the seat. I tore it along here and it just started to get worse and worse, so before the foam got any worse, I actually put a new cover on it. Also, when it went for a service, we put new chain, I don't know what they are, that's a chain guide, but also replaced this one. It was recommended, and I hope to get another 100 hours out of it before I have to touch it again, so I'd much rather spend a little bit of money now getting it right and have a good bike that lasts. I'm still running the tubeless. I think the tubeless are fantastic. I don't run one in the front. I just run it in the back purely for traction. I normally run, because I'm a lighter person, I can get away with running around between 2 and 4, and I always run the Michelin Starcross 5 soft, 120/90. I think they're a good all-round tyre, but it has a good strong sidewall, so it can handle being run a bit flatter. You can see I've just put a fresh tyre on because we're actually heading down south on Thursday morning. Today is Tuesday night. We're going down south to do 3 days of riding, which I'm really looking forward to. We went down last year in February. We're a bit later going down this year, so it might be a bit different. Bits that I've broken, there's a cover that goes on there, broken that. I would like to get something that has a bit more protection, because I think that's pretty vital, that piece. I pulled this, there's a grommet, that grommet came out one day. On the other side I broke the side cover. I fell over and landed on a rock and broke cracked the filler. It's not the bike's fault, it's my fault. So that's actually the only thing that I've broken, I think. Plastics looking pretty scratched and pretty hard on it. It does go on its side at times. Can't really see on this side. I gave it a wash with Moto Muck for the first time, and that's come up really nice. You can see I've worn the top layer off the plastic there, but I've got square scratches. You can sort of see them just running right up there. There's quite a few on the front here where it lands on the ground. These Radiator Shrouds are really good. These are the factory ones. I haven't bent a radiator yet, and it's been on its side a few times. These fly mesh covers go on to stop the mud actually going inside. It just hits it and falls down. But yeah, these here are actually really well done. They're all bolted together, and it makes it quite strong. Like, yeah, you take a bit to crush it. The stickers on these bikes aren't very good. They come off. You probably hear lots of people talk about that, but I brought a bike to ride it, not to show it. So I've run into a tree and kinked the front guard there a little bit. I did flip the bike, and I had to make up a washer in there to hold the plastics together. But, this here just popped up like that. I think the 2019 6 Day is one of the coolest looking KTMs made. I really like the look of it. Really easy to service too. It doesn't take very long to change the oil. It holds, I put in 700 mils. That's just what I put in. I always put in 700 mils. Air filters are easy to get to. You just pop them off. And there you have the air filter. They seem to be quite economic too. They don't. It doesn't use a lot of fuel. Doesn't use a lot of oil. You think you need to put, after you've done a few hours riding, you think you need to put some oil in, and you put a bit in, and it doesn't take much to fill it up. So it's still running on its original battery. KTMs were renowned, some of the earlier ones, for not being very good on the starter motor, but this bike always starts the same every time. Yep, still original battery, so they've come a long way. I remember when my dad got, I think he's got a 2002 DRZ 400. When he first got that, you go to a trail ride, and there's KTMs and everyone's out servicing them every morning, and you just get the old DRZ 400 and fire it up, and away you go. You didn't have to do anything to it, and they're still like that now. But he's now got a 2015 350 EXC, and yeah, they've come a long way from what they were. They were pretty, they had their moments, some of the old KTMs, but for a bike that is out of the box, I think they are really good. You know, you're struggling to beat this bike now. Handling, just, they're so nice to ride. Like, if some people think a two-stroke has been angry, well, these ones here are not. They're completely different. You don't even need to ride them in power band if you don't want. They've got so much power down low But this power band there as well, you know, they're not a slow bike. They're still a fast bike, and they like being in power band. But yeah, it's a different. I tell people it's like riding a 4-stroke. They're just torgy and smooth. Also, just not that long ago, purchased some Alpine Star Tech 7s. I had Alpine Star boots before. I've still got them here. Tech 1, good boots. They lasted well. They get pretty beaten up. But yeah, I forked out a bit more money and got these Tech 7s, and they're really comfortable. Good for walking in if you're doing a bit of track clearing and you're wearing your boots. They're easy to walk in, so I definitely recommend it. And no, I'm not sponsored by Tech 7. I mean by Alpine Star. I'm not sponsored by anyone. It's just my view on the bike, boots, gear. So yeah, that'll probably be it for this video. I'm gonna go inside, catch up with Suzanne. Yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you somewhere else on the farm. See ya.